The sword has to be held in a certain way. The grip needs to be firm, but not tight. Firm enough so the sword can't get knocked out of your hand, but not too tight. It's like when a baby grabs your thumb. They hold the thumb firmly, but the arm is very, very loose and soft. The fingers should be closed. There shouldn't be any holes around. The fingers shouldn't be sticking out. You're holding it loosely like that. That should be firm. The flat of the blade should almost always be lined up with the flat of the wrist. So that, in other words, we don't do this, which takes away that lineup. Takes that lineup away. When the sword stretches out for thrusting, that's changed a little bit like that. But basically it stays like this, and it doesn't do this ever. It doesn't do that ever, or anything like that. One of the reasons for that is what you want to do is exercise the shoulder. The shoulder is where the sword is doing all of its manipulation from, all of its management from. If you change the grip, then the shoulder doesn't get the benefit of that motion. So when the arm turns, this is what's going to be turning it. And basically that stays the same. In the Chen and Cheng form, there are 3 times when the wrist does bend, but those are in transition. Okay? Now the way the sword itself moves, it moves from our center and on its center. So its center is usually somewhere around here. So when the sword moves, it moves very easily that way. This way it moves easily, but this way it does not. So we need to move it with this as still as possible, stiller than the rest of the sword. You see the movement. This makes the movement effortless. And it can be moved very quickly that way. And if the sword were heavy, and when you move it very fast, if you move it this way, it would take a lot of muscular activity. Whereas when you move it correctly, it doesn't. It's moving from the center. And the sword stays in front of the center most of the time. You see, when I turn the sword with me. I turn separately. It isn't like this. It's like this. Turning from the center, this stays mostly in front of my body, as you see. Like that. The sword stays in front of the body, in front of the dantian. As you can see, if I hold my hand there, I'm still doing the same thing. So if we don't do this, the arm does not move by itself. It moves here. Okay. Do it fast. And add a little grace note. Because I usually do it faster. Chen and Cheng said that if you wear a tassel, the tassel should be continuously dancing. It shouldn't be hanging down still.